I know you guys familiar with the term sell-through. Let's just talk more about this for the 50% sell-through scenario, 70 and 100% sell-through. Why don't we start with that, Chris?
This has to do with the psychology of being a startup, where you're super excited and in a way you're naive because you're new, right? You haven't done it before. And what I've seen is that most startups, they believe that their sales are going to be amazing.
Right.
Sales are going to go up, income is going to be there. And they assume that they're going to be able to manage their expenses. But the reality is the opposite. Usually sales are not as good as we hope for, so the income is not where we need it to be, and usually expenses go through the roof for either unforeseen reasons or just bad planning or just life. So it's that psychology that makes analyzing your income and expenses kind of difficult, because you just assume the best, high income, low expenses, but the reality is usually the other way around. And nobody wants to face the reality.
Right.
So it's important to spend the time and the energy to analyze different scenarios, as you said, right? If you sell through 100%, your income's up and you'll most likely be able to cover all your expenses. But if the sell through is less than 100%, the question is, will you be able to cover your expenses or not? And it's important to stay on top of that, and follow it on a regular basis.
Is there anyone that would want to follow up on this?
Yeah, I think everything Chris is saying is correct. I think for a startup, it's always good to actually write it down, make sure it's in Excel or Word or whatever process they want it, but have it written down, look at it. Yeah. Look at it every day, look at it every month, make sure that you're on track. Make sure, sometimes it does change. If you are selling 100%, that's fantastic. So you may need to put more money in and make more products. But if you're not, so what are your processes then? What's going to affect your income then? Do you go on sale? Do you have to put a promotion in? Do you have to rethink which one is selling better or not? But have it all down, visualize it, print it out, put it on the wall. We like to visualize everything. We like to put everything on the wall and look at it and,
check.
And those are your goals as well.
Yeah,
right?
we check in regularly. It's not bad if you don't sell 100%. It's not a failure either. It's really hard. Retail is hard. Having a brand and stuff is hard. So I think any sales you have is a great success, and you just got to keep building on it and not take it as a negative if you have slower sales than anticipated, but learn from it. And it's a starting point, can only get better.
Yeah, and it does take time. Brands do take time to take off. It could take you a year, could take you 2 years. Some are lucky, it could take 6 months.
I had a friend of mine. He's has a brand in Europe that he built as a t-shirt brand, and he told me, he said, it takes 10 years before a brand can be profitable. And what that means is that doesn't mean that they're not profitable the first couple of years. It means that you have to reinvest your profits back into the brand to build it. So it's not until 10 years after the brand is born that you can start buying your jet and your Mercedes and going, climb the Mount Everest. It's a long process, and until you get to that comfort zone where you're making lots and lots of money, you've got to monitor your income expenses regularly with a fine-tooth comb. Hi, my name is Chris. I'm a fashion startup consultant based in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. My passion is working with energetic startups to prepare them to meet investors. Together, we write your business plan, create your tech packs, fill in your quantity breakdown list, and finalize your quality control checklist. Then I take you to the Vietnamese sewing factories to get a price quote and get samples made. Get started by reading my ebooks or listening to them on audio. When you're ready, hire me and I will ease your fears and give you an action plan to realize your garment production dreams. Let's work together in Vietnam.